Hello, alrighty guys. Welcome back to another session of daily recaps. And today's date is February 18th. It is a Wednesday, and we came out with -1R today, and it was off of this NQ short here, and I was targeting to the current day's low, which is down there. And yeah, I got stopped out of this, and my entire bias was wrong. I was off sides of the market today. Um, yeah, that was kind of fucking weird. I'm not gonna front you. It was very weird. I mean, I was thinking about taking a long here, but honestly, I'm good. I wanted to see this CISD for this long, but I already locked my accounts, and the reasoning why I would be passing on this long is just yes, there is the 15-minute pullback play. Don't get me wrong, right? It's a PSP and a fucking 15-minute pullback for the continuation. The only reason I'm not taking that long is what are we aiming for? I mean, fucking space. I'm good on all of that, dog. With that being said, yeah, I took that short and we got stopped out there. Yeah, fucking crazy, bro. I don't know. I would genuinely say with full confidence that I was not long biased today. There was not a drop in me that was fucking trying to look for longs. I'm not gonna front about that, right? I don't know why market went and ripped to the upside. I'm unsure why. There was nothing that was telling me to go long. There was nothing that was saying long. It was impossible for us to frame longs. Um, but it did happen. So you just gotta let that happen, right? With that being said, let us drop into this and talk about the day and shit. So why was I short bias? Obviously, we have this massive push. With this massive push here, there was SMT fill on a daily chart as NQ did not sweep into this high, and that SMT was pointing us in the downwards direction like this. Obviously, it's not like that anymore because of the fact that the day has went on, right? But with that being said, again, there was an SMT looking like this, and that 6 a.m. candle was already reversing price, and the intraday profile from 1800 does have a very clear open high low close, where now we are trading from external of the range back to internal of the range, and I wanted to trade down to the current low of day. With this being said, again, right, there was an SMT within this gap, which was some shit like this. Well, this high actually got taken, right? I just using that high because it's better and easier to see. But there was SMT like that, and all the assets was displacing lower. Daily profile, open, high, low, close, looking very clean for us to start making our way back down to where? Down to these lows. That's all free game on both of these assets, pretty much all of these assets for us to go lower. Right. With that being said, we see the 6 a.m. candle. It was very full and black. So it was very it supported bearish expansion. It did not support this bullish expansion. So with this being said, what do we have here as the 6 a.m. profile? We do have that sweeping of this high, and then we have the press down, and it was inversing this 1 hour gap. And these are all signs that fucking we are going lower. With this, all these signs telling me that we're going lower, we can see all the assets are expanding away from this SMT, and it's showing me that that SMT is considered valid. So this is my assumed high of day where I want to see price respect in order for us to continue lower. With that being said, off of the driver, NQ or YM does wick down, sweeps out this low, and explodes upwards. I'm not really concerned with what YM is doing with this explosion upwards here on this candle closure, and when it starts to rip up higher. Why am I not concerned with YM? For me personally, it looks like YM is decoupled as fuck and did not need to go down lower. Decoupled as shit and became thrown off of balance. So I'm sticking with the asset that is still showing me my bearish bias, which the framework and strength is showing me that we should be going lower. We do run into this level. So this level is a relative level in relationship to the next one over. So if the next one over is going to fail to manipulate, and if this level is going to fail to manipulate, what is that going to tell me? Lower prices. So what lower prices showing me this CISD here? This is also off of what? Right, off of what? A 15-minute swing. So this is your 15-minute swing. Your 930 kind of just accumulates. From this accumulation, we have this manipulation, right? How do we like to leave accumulations? Is by manipulations. So here's your accumulation. Here's your manipulation. and I'm looking for the distribution. Nice clear V-shaped reversal. My entry is here on the retap of the CISD, and then I'm targeting just for this low and a little bit more. And obviously we just got fucking ran out. And it exploded to the upside. So away from that, we have SMT, 6 a.m. supports it, assumed high day, push, manipulate, push, accumulate, manipulate, push, accumulate, manipulate, push. But it just failed to continue. And driver also was confirming that we were not going higher. YMB been decoupled and wanted to go higher. It just did not make sense personally for us to fucking, it doesn't make sense for us to try to long all of this, right? It did not make this move here. It did not make sense. Once I did get stopped out, there was a part of me that had a thought that we could possibly be going upwards, because that means that what if YM, fuck. There was a part of me that was thinking we could have went upwards, because if YM was SMTing and it was reversing price here as the SMT like that, and now it explodes upwards, then it shows me like, okay, we could possibly frame this long. But still, the bias of it was extremely bearish, bro. I'm not gonna front to you, bro. And then we do have this 15-minute C2, and I could have looked for that 15-minute C3, as this is not an open high of it. This is more an open low, and then we can get that candle closure above it. I did look for longs once this happened, but only thing is, like, it's kind of outrageous, bro. I ain't going front about that. You know what I mean? And now, if anything, I just wanted to target only to this high, which 10 a.m. This is when I just decided to wait till 10 a.m. and see if 10 a.m. can have a nice open low profile, and it just went straight to draw. So away from that, this is nothing I'm interested in here. So I'm just going to take the 1R loss and call it a day there. Kind of annoying. I will not lie there. I am a little bit thrown off balance in my annoyance level. Lost every trade this week so far. Yeah, lost 2 trades, 1 break even so far. So I'm down 2R on the weekend itself. It's just kind of ass, because this was it's just annoying because this is a very easy fucking trade, honestly. Like, I really did see this short playing out. Honestly, very easy to read, very easy to see, very fucking confident profile, everything aligns. So it's like when these type of things happen where everything is aligned and then it still doesn't work out, it just kind of questions my ability to read price. And it's like, I don't know if I'm doing things correctly, because fuck, it's supposed to be bearish, right? It's definitely was supposed to be bearish. At least I thought so. Why is my bias wrong completely? I'm unsure. I've been getting fucked up the last 2 days where my bias has been off. Yesterday was seek and destroy when it was obviously bearish. Today was obviously bearish, but now it's fucking boosting upwards. It's kind of like throwing me off because of that offsides feel. But yeah, that's just that, dog. I really couldn't tell you why the fuck, why this was a failure and why this went and exploded upwards. I mean, I don't like when it's like that. I don't like when I lose like this as well, because that means that, like, sometimes I'd rather take the wick outs, because that means I was actually right on my direction, not entirely fucking wrong, right? So with that being said, -1R on the day, which is, it's cool. I'm cool with it. I'll just live with the fucking consequences of that one. Not too sure. And I have this thing written on my on a post-it note as well, as like, just so it reminds me. So just so it reminds me to keep my shit together, like, dog. And I want to tell you guys too as well, right? Like, dog, you're losing fake fucking money, bro. You're losing fake money. You're losing a $50 eval. You're losing $50, if anything, if you even fucking lose $50, right? And you're losing fake money and simulated money. You're not actually losing $300, $400, $500, $600. You're losing simulated demo fucking money. You are trading a demo account. The only reason you are feeling like the only reason I'm feeling like I am, like, at unease because I got it totally wrong. It's not because of the money factor, bro. It's because of the fact that you feel like your read is wrong. You feel like you was wrong. No, you wasn't wrong, bro. You just fucking executed what the fuck you supposed to do. A market did something that it's telling you it wanted different, and you can't really argue with that, bro. Can't really argue with that. I'm not gonna go and sit here and be like try to explain myself of like how I should have been bullish because I couldn't. I would never be bullish in a bearish fucking market where it was external, internal, everything was aligned for me to be bearish. I don't know why it fucking didn't. Right. Why would we not enter on this 933 candle as well? This is something that I learned yesterday, right? We ran into a relevant level. In order to play this after the relevant level, what do I need to see? I need to see the continuation signature away from this in order for me to jump in on it, which it never happened. So we went and swept out these highs. So with the sweeping of these highs, that's when I did get the continuation signature. And yeah, we got stopped out there, which is fine. Other than that, rough week for me. Down 2R so far. But we'll see if we can come back later in this week. I don't know. We'll see about it. Other than that, I will catch you guys in the next session. Peace.